Well, Coach, obviously a kind of a tough game for the offense this past week. Where do you feel like some of y'all's main struggles were?
Yeah, obviously, tough day at the office. I mean, that was hats off to that team. I mean, there's a reason they've won a lot of games. They got a lot of really good players and good scheme. So hats off to them. Turnovers. You can't go out against a team like that and turn the ball over three times. We fumble on the first play of the game. Defense gets us a stop, gets us the ball back a couple different times, and we're just not able to generate anything. And then we finally kind of get some momentum going, and we turn the ball over inside our own 10-yard line, get a couple big runs. T-Vit hits a big explosive, then Brock hits a big explosive. Guy does a good job making a play, get the ball out, and then obviously, we ended up driving and, have a chance on a field goal, get the field goal block there. And so just didn't execute at the times that mattered most. Ball security, we can't continue to turn the ball over. I know we've said this before, and we got to continue to take care of that, continue to execute in critical moments and staying on the field. So hats off to those guys. It's a really good football team.
We talked to Spavital a little bit about switching to TVIT, and it sounded like y'all gave Brady the no-go on Wednesday. How difficult of a pivot is that to kind of switch quarterbacks in the middle of the week?
T-Vit's been here. I mean, he knows what the offense is, and, it was a little bit of an adjustment with a quarterback run game, and a lot of that was dictated off what they were doing. They were going to play too high, and they were going to try to take the slots out of the game, and they were going to man up on the outside, and we, thought we were going to get some one-on-ones outside, but then they ended up, basically zoning off the outside guys. You saw we tried to take a shot to JB earlier, had a one-on-one, but they were zoning it off and not playing true man in those situations and still trying to funnel the slot. So they were just giving us run boxes, and we were trying to take advantage of that with hats and, with the quarterback run game. And we were able to kind of churn a little bit. We're getting some 4 and 5 and 6 yard runs here and there, and then we popped off a couple big ones. And then, like I mentioned, we had a couple turnovers there. And then, later in the second half, just kind of got away from us a little bit. But Tyler's he's so smart. He's always been locked in. I mean, again, the kid has battled since he's been here, since I've been here. And so he was ready to go, was excited for the opportunity. And, Brady kind of got banged up there at the Georgia State game, kind of hurt his ankle a little bit. But, he looked good out there today. He looked like he was back healthy. And, T-Vit both had a good day today. So it's good to see them both out there.
It was a run-heavy strategy on Saturday, and if it is Vitt again this week, if Brady can't go, are you anticipating the same strategy, kind of more running than passing like we've seen earlier?
We just, I don't know if Coach Spav, I missed some of the stuff. We don't know exactly how this defense is going to come out and play us. I mean, they've kind of shown a bunch of different things throughout the season. I think they're, whether injuries or just trying to find, a new staff, trying to find out what their identity is. We're going to have to fill it out early. So we're going in with our arsenal of plays that we like, and first what we think we're going to see, and then we'll make the adjustments from there. But it's really just going to be a feel. We'll go out there. If we know we're going to run the first play of the game, probably the second or third play of the game, and then kind of fill it out from there. But, again, if they give us opportunities to put the ball on the perimeter or to run the football, we're going to take advantage of what they give us. So just got to kind of play it by ear a little bit.
Yeah, a real multiple defense, kind of like you were talking about. Mm-hmm. Have you faced a team that's similar this season to kind of what they do with all those different fronts and everything?
Yeah, on the back end, you saw a little bit of what Incarnate Word did, where they kind of dropped 8 and did some of that. That's how they played Troy. That's how they played a couple different teams this year, where they're going to try to get an extra hat and keep everything in front. Basically an extra hat in the coverage and kind of give you a little bit better run box. And then there's times, you watch them versus South Alabama and other teams are going to come up and play low the box, and they're going to try to man you up. And so, we just got to take what the defense gives us, and we can't press and we can't, get too greedy, and we'll just have to call our game and play it how it plays out. But, again, everybody kind of does similar things throughout. They're going to do some things in situational football that maybe this team did or this team did. At this point in the season, you've kind of seen it all. It's just a matter of when they give you some of these things, just taking what they give you. And like I said, not getting too greedy or not pressing too much.
Coach, how do you prepare for a defense like that doesn't have kind of a set look and changes things up?
You have to do what you do best. I think at the end of the day, at this point of the year, you know who you are. You should know a little bit of who you are, especially offensively. Obviously with the quarterback transition last week, there was a little bit of transition there. But, at the end of the day, we got to ask our kids to execute what they do best, not what we know or what we think we know as coaches. It's what those kids can go out and execute at a high level. And so I think we're kind of at that point. We got a great challenge ahead of us. I think they got some really good coaches. Some of them more so on the offensive side of the ball I'm familiar with. Obviously some of the offensive coaches I've been with in the past. So we know a little bit of those guys and their background and what they do. And I'm excited about the challenge, another chance to get back home, another home game. And, I think we're all kind of chomping at the bit to get back going after last week. That was a tough game. And, we kind of felt like coming into Troy for 3 quarters there, we were playing at a high level. And then obviously the fourth quarter, we had the turnovers that kind of hurt us. And then South Alabama, the way we finished that game in the second half. So we felt like we were kind of getting our motor churning a little bit, and then we kind of started sputtering out, obviously, versus Louisiana and the turnovers and all that. So we're excited, or I know I am excited, and I know the guys are the way they practice today. I know they're excited to get back out there and kind of get back at it.
And it's been a couple weeks now that Silas Robinson's been in there at center. And besides that, you've kind of had the same pieces for the last few weeks, too, with Russell Baker being back. How is this offensive line faring in your mind? How has their development gone this season?
Yeah. Obviously, as a former O-lineman, continuity is huge. I think at that position with all the calls and knowing where guys are going to be, specific run game and protections is crucial. And it's hard to get continuity with injuries and things of that nature. And, Coach Turner's done a phenomenal job of trying to get those guys, the guys that we do have available, going. And Silas has done a really good job. Like I told y'all before, a lot is on the center's plate. Charles did a tremendous job when he was healthy of getting us in good looks and good protections. And, a lot got thrown on Silas early. And then he's really handled that well. And, again, like I told you before, I think the coach's kid aspect kind of shows up. You see that, there's some things that he sees and he's done that probably is – a result of being around the field house growing up a little bit. But, again, excited to have the same group back out there 2 weeks in a row, or 3 weeks, I guess, will be this week. So looking forward to, just continue to build that continuity.